Yes, it's okay.
Okay, great.
Okay, Dina, please tell me how important is for the team management that the boss is kind and firm at the same time?
Well, some might argue that it's not, but I would argue that it is. And the reasons are mostly around, for me, sustainability. So creating a culture in the workplace that is both kind and firm, not only from the leader, but from the way the team members treat one another as well, is something that promotes engagement. It promotes mental health and wellness in the organization. And it also helps the leader and the team members sustain their energy to do the work they need to do. Because when you think about it, the firmness piece is about the leader holding their own boundaries. Their role and responsibility is to make sure the work gets done. The kindness piece is the part that they show to their team members. So I could be very strict, but what does that invite from the team members? Sometimes rebellion, sometimes obedience and compliance, sometimes, oh, I'm going to get this done as fast as I can, check it off my list, and not worry very much about correctness or thoroughness. So it's really kind of a whole culture of doing the best we can because it's the right thing to do, because people appreciate our effort, and they also hold the boundary to hold me accountable to produce what I need to produce.
And what are the most important business effects of teams that have kind and firm managers?
I think the best business effect is that what I just mentioned, people doing the best they can. They show up well, they show up with the required energy and dedication to their work. They know that they are part of a group. They're not in it alone. This is a team of people using their strengths to contribute to the good of the group. And it also serves me. Why? Because when I go home every day, I feel better about who I am and what I contributed at work. And that has a long-range impact on, again, people being able to stay in the jobs that they're in and producing the work they need to produce.
Taking care of myself is very important. I can remember it because I was a manager. I am a manager.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's a job that's easy to burn out. You know, we need to sustain ourselves, and that's the firmness piece, setting that boundary, but doing it with some compassion and kindness. But Magda, that being said, I want to just be clear, there are some situations when managers and leaders are going to lean more towards firmness. Some situations require it. And there will be some situations that require a manager or a leader or even a team member to lean more towards kindness. So it's not an exact point on a line, right, between kind and firm. Oh, let me find the perfect place to stand. No, there's lots of places to be on the line, and there are lots of ways to do it. Your style and my style might be very different, and we both might be doing kindness and firmness at the same time. That would be my guess.
And I think it's about looking for the balance, not the exact point.
Right, right. And it takes a lot of self-awareness and it takes a lot of practice because we don't have many models for this type of leadership. Historically, leaders have been known to be firm, strict dictators, or pushovers, weak. And so we're really looking for the best part of firmness and the best part of kindness. So that mutually respectful spot.
And we know how to train this kind of managers in our workshop.
Right, because we've sort of reverse engineered the process. We know the skills that are required and we know how to train for them.
Thank you very much, Tina.
You're welcome.